I wouldn't have won my case had I not been studying Don Kalam private member files on his online private school.
Don Kalam's book, Stay the Truth, helped free a lot of my people from the system. You hear me? Gave us knowledge, gave us power. I just want to say, Don Kalam, your books really helped my people out. We learned how to beat child support and even get some money back from the courts. Masters in Bonds by Don Kalam showed me how to go after the court bonds and get paid from court every time. When I tell you Don Kalam and his private school got me over $100,000 back in tax credits, child, I ain't lying. With Don Kalam's help, I got over $1 million back in tax credits for my business. The truth, they be helping free our people, for real.
Peace and love, peace and love. How's everybody feeling?
What's up, Don? Peace and love.
Hey, what's good? What's good?
Big down. What's up, man?
I got a couple penthouses. You hear me? I be Airbnb these bitches out. But a lot of people, I do shit. Yeah, I got side hustles, y'all. I got side hustles. But I'm giving one to Honey. You hear me? She said she coming in, she flying in. So I got the keys for you, baby. But what's up, y'all, man? So look, I didn't know they're gonna be lighting fireworks off and shit. So we will be interrupted. They was just playing Michael Jackson Beat It.
Yo, it's lit over here in the Bronx. They be having those for days.
I'm in a private location, but it's lit out this motherfucker too. But I just got back from the West Coast. That shit it kind of drained me though, for real. I was on the West Coast, y'all. I was in downtown LA. I was in Riverside, and I was in Las Vegas. Maybe I'll pull up. That's what it's all about. Getting that paper.
Soon you're gonna be down here in New York.
I'm supposed to be back there in May, but I didn't pull back.
Medication for you. Hi.
Y'all pay me, I'll pull up though.
That's what I'm talking about. Send the invoice.
Y'all pay me, I'll pull up.
I've been trying to get you. I don't know what you're talking about.
Pull up. I got a trustee, man. We'll pull up.
I'm talking about board member.
Have a good night, okay?
Come on, we'll pull up.
You're welcome.
You become a
Good
board
night.
member, I'll pull up.
Don, stop, Don. Look at the DM, Don.
Hey, drop that paper, I'll pull the fuck up.
Don, stop it, Don.
I'll pull up.
Send that invoice right now. What's up? I get you tomorrow down here.
Tell me what's good, man. We'll talk about it, man. We'll talk about it. I shouldn't even be dropping this game, but a lot of y'all not gonna get it. A lot of y'all might. I don't know. The shit's easy though. Treasury Direct Account. But look, when you use your social, you're already using that motherfucker. That's what a lot of people don't understand. What I'm doing with my Fidelity card. Y'all got Fidelity accounts?
I do.
I got the Fidelity. You be using it?
No.
Yeah.
I'm showing y'all numbers and shit. I'm high, y'all. Hey, y'all ain't got all the info anyways. It's all good. It's all good.
My card ain't gold like yours though.
What's up?
I said my card ain't gold like yours.
I gotta go get work done.
That's for the trust. The trust is gold.
Yeah, mine is a trust too.
Oh, what they gave you, a green one?
Yeah.
Oh, you going to jail. That's what that means. Go ahead and log off, man.
You got me over here knocking on wood and shit, man. Stop playing.
Hey, you better rebuke the affidavit. That's all I'm saying. You better rebuke that shit. By the way, this soda has 30 calories. My chunky ass is doing the healthy shit. You heard me? This shit got 30 calories. I be going to Whole Foods and Sprouts now. When y'all gonna open something up? You hear me? But look, so if y'all go in the classroom, I did add hold on, let me get there. I'm gonna go straight from the book though. Cause that's the old school way. Well, look, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I done seen a lot of frivolous claims. I done seen a lot of motherfuckers, that's when they be hitting me up. I don't know whose advice they took. Because the Treasury will fucking send you some shit and say, hey, keep playing with us. But it's easy to set up just a regular TDA account. You just go to the website. Straight up. You open up a new account. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start right here, just right now. I'm gonna start right here. Y'all can see it, but a lot of y'all don't understand bonds and securities. So what I suggest y'all is y'all fucking buy some. But if you're trying to claim something and send it in your account, you need the CUSIP numbers. That's when you got to trace that shit. That's when you get a securitization audit. I don't know if any of y'all got any yet though. And you want to do that by the paper way. You don't want to do that shit online. But there's keys to setting this shit up, and that's what we're gonna go over. But one thing I want y'all to over understand is a trust account. When I set mine up with Fidelity or any trust account, it could be Chase, Wells Fargo, because you have to have an account to set this up. And then I like having shit attached to like companies. I always like to use businesses. So I just want to throw out there because these are personal accounts, but I like to use businesses because I'm going to show y'all the definition of something. Why I always push holding companies. A holding company is a company whose primary business is a holding, a controlling interest in the securities. So you ain't even got, we just controlling the interest of security. That's how I look at the United States as a holding company. You follow me so far? How many people already got a TDA account? Y'all ain't never just came here and tried to open one up?
I got one.
All right. So this shit was easy, right?
Yeah, that part was easy.
All right.
But anything after that was all over the place.
No, you got to learn how to buy securities. So you got to have an account that's established to move securities. So that's why I showing you a holding company. Makes sense? We there? Let me get back to the school. Let's get back to the book. Because first you want your status updated. There's a lot of shit. Get back to the school. No, I should get this book. It's out there.
Hello, Miss Elaine. Okay, open your mouth for your morphine, okay?
Let me mute everybody. Sound like she getting this knowledge in at the dinner table. So look, this is declaration of status is important because this is going to update you in the political system. And everything that I push, as far as, which I don't get paid by, but my status select, that paperwork works. Like you can send this off. All right. You need to do all this before you start setting up your Treasury Direct account. This is public versus private. This is the private side. Yeah, everything's right here. I got this copy and paste it, but this stuff is in the school too. So this is my status correction. This was the flag I created. We're getting rid of the planes. We're getting rid of the boxes. We overstand all that shit. That's the red cross. The symbolism behind all that shit. But basically, at the end of the day, this is opting me out the system, giving me my own power of attorney and facts. All right, my status, my declaration of status, power of attorney and fact, and then you want to be foreign to the system as well with the WABEN. So, this is gonna update your nationality, whatever you may be. I don't use Indian. With that's just I guess an example. I don't use the word Indian at all. I don't use the word native at all either. But mine was white, Choctaw, whatever it may be. It's putting you as a private citizen and a non-taxpayer. All right, back at a natural person status. And this is you're speaking right on behalf of the trust, all right, the Sister K Trust. We'll let them know we're friends. We come in peace to aid in reducing the public debt. These are key words right here. Remember, so this is the first book he bought. Well, I hope you didn't get no frivolous violence. Let me make sure I got the AI. All right. But no, I had people come up to me first, was like, with the reason why I study this. Because this stuff is easy, really. He said, not yet. You got to get updated with everybody, but especially the IRS system and the Treasury. That's because that's who you're playing the game with. All right, AI as well. But aid in reducing public debt and removing the wounded from the field of battle. Let's go. We come in peace. We're not U.S. citizens. We're not residents. We're free inhabitants. These are all status corrections. All right. I'm not a citizen of the United States. I waive any and all aid and protection. Those claiming, it says right here, let's read this. Articles of Confederation identify themselves as perpetual, and therefore this status is perpetual. Diplomatic status. I'm of the following statuses which constitute internationally protected persons pursuant to 18 U.S.C. 112 who are immune, not exempt from federal income taxation pursuant to 26 U.S.C. 892. Those claiming such statuses must file IRS or other knowledgeable government agents from WAEXP to claim immunity from taxation. I waive any and all aid and protection of man, woman, made statutory national laws and become a stateless person relative only to the national government pursuant to Newman Green versus Alfonso Lauren, 490 U.S. 826, 1989. I'm not as defined by the Internal Revenue Code. Substitute A, trade or business franchise excise tax, also called income tax. Trade or business is defined in 26 U.S.C. 7701. These functions of a public office in the government. That's keys right there. Those not engaged are a foreign estate pursuant to 26 U.S.C. 7701 831. See and rebuke following within 30 days if disagree or be held in default estoppel. And as simple as that, ladies and gentlemen. You got to know how to enforce these claims. Well, I would attach my birth certificate to this and put it on the county record, the county recorder's office, all right? But put it on, and once it gets filed, you send this off to the Treasury, the IRS. And here we go. These are the keys right here. Full protection of safe harbor. and sinking funds provisions for all accounts, proceeds, products, fixtures, and services such as sell, exchange, buy, invest, or reinvest any assets or property, whether by possession or ownership, which may have income production or non-income production assets and property. Open, maintain, or close bank accounts with express provisions for demand deposits, checks, custodial accounts, term deposits, saving accounts, certificates of deposit, brokerage accounts, and other similar accounts with depository and repository and financial institutions. I can keep going, but I don't want to read all this. But I want you to see, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. It's in the trust, it's all foreign. It gives you right over your private securities. But you got to know which ones to grab. Simple as that. This is claiming your birth certificate right here within the status correction in good faith and credit clause. This is giving you the right over the credits. I don't want to just skip over it, be like it's not important. But the full faith and credit clause, Article 4, Section 1 of the U.S. Constitution provides that the various states must recognize legislative acts, public record, and judicial decisions of other states within the United States. It states that full faith and credit shall be given in each state to the public acts, records, and judicial proceedings of every other state. The statute that implements the clause, 28 U.S.C. 1738, further specifies that a state's preclusion rules should continue matters originally litigated in that state. The full faith and credit clause ensures that judicial decisions rendered by the court in one state are recognized and honored in every other state. So I attest that not only am I familiar with the facts stated in the certificate of live birth attached here too, but I am the registered owner of said birth certificate of title and the party named in said certificate of live birth, having attained the age of majority in the 18th anniversary of my birth, stating that the party named in the said birth certificate is the same party as one of the owners named in said certificates of title, and that thereof after the register of titles shall treat said registered owner as having attained the age of majority at a date 18 years after the date birth shown by said certificate. And you want to attach your birth certificate to this non-taxpayer affidavit. And now you're resigning of the agent and the agency. A registered agent may resign his agency appointed by signing and delivering the Secretary of State for a filing of statement of resignation. The statement may include a statement that the registered office is also discontinued because you, as a U.S. citizen, you took a public office. When you got the birth certificate, the ID, the Social Security card, you took a public office. You're a public servant now. You're a public employee. So this is helping you resign from that office. This is status correction. This is going to be a foreign trust, all right? This is going to be the certificate of ownership, certificate of authority. This is creating an unincorporated association for that name. These are everything that needs to be on file when dealing with the TDA and the Treasury. When you're dealing with your private securities. When you know what you're going for. Now, affidavit of pledge collateral security in the interest of the United States government. Assignment of revisionary interests with your name, all capitalized letters. Your instrument number is going to be your filing number of your birth certificate. All right, and the filing number of the birth certificate. This is how you go after securities and bonds. You have to have the filing number of your birth certificate. Now, the pledge guaranteed by collateral, which is you're guaranteed by collateral with the birth certificate under 18 U.S.C. 8, obligation of other security of the United States defined have fully assigned the reversionary interest to the United States government by the way of the District Director of the Internal Revenue in the interest of the United States government. I'm aware that the government obligation refers to a public debt obligation of the United States government in accordance with 31 CFR 225.2 and an obligation whose principal and interest is unconditionally guaranteed by the United States government. 31 USC 3123, payment of obligations, interest of the public debt, and 12 USC 411, issuance to reserve banks, nature of obligation redemption, interest occurring upon government obligations pledged to the United States by way of District Director of Internal Revenue in accordance with this part will be remitted to your name. It should be a business. Please review 31 USC 3123 and IRS Manual 5611. Collateral agreements. And so I do want to throw this out here as well. You want your name to be a business before doing all this as well. I don't really like making my name the trust. I like making my name a public trust, which is a LLC. That is a public trust. An LLC, let me see if I can Google this. It's a form of a public trust and limits your liability. The public trust doctrine, property and society. When you think of the public, it's public trust. Anything in the public is a form of public trust. All a trust is a private contract. So these are the agreements because you have to have these established. Now, as you see, you're attaching your birth certificate to this status right here. And it's going to be under Schedule A of this trust declaration, which is going to make your name a business. You're doing business as this name. This is assumed DBA. So this is making your name in the public or on the private, like you're letting them know in the private, hey, this is a DBA because you have the right to do business as in America. Because people keep saying, how do I get away from the Social Security number? How do I get away from the government name, Don Kalam? Quit using it. Quit using it. It's that simple. In America, you have the right to use whatever name you desire. So far, I want y'all to understand I didn't go through everything. I'm skimming through this because this is a lot. But you have to understand where I'm taking you in the private first. Everything is done in the private. And then when you're claiming just certain securities, you have to understand these securities they get bundled together. So you do have a stake in the claim, but you're gonna have to learn how to get the CUSIP numbers. And everybody should know my guy Sean or whatever. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need that. I'm dealing with it. All right. And then this book will make sense because it gives you all the forms. All right. We're gonna go through that. We're gonna go through all the forms because it's really not rocket science. And then we got ChatGPT. ChatGPT will tell you whatever you need to know. Really. Told y'all that's the fireworks. That's the fireworks. That's sure. Oh no, yeah. That's your power. They showing them off, y'all. I mean, it's time to get that bag. Yes, John can help find CUSIPs. Yep. In court cases, I sue them though. In court cases, when we do court cases, you trace the audits and they sign the affidavit for you saying they did all that for you, and then you sue them with that information. I hope that makes sense. Like The securitization audit is an audit process conducted to uncover any discrepancies or violations in a securitized financial transaction. Securitization process. Securitization as a financial process involves the pooling of various financial assets, loans, or leases into bundled securities. So you only a portion of it is even due to you. All right. But you'll be able to see with the securitization audit what's due to you so you can claim that. All right. With the Treasury. And this is it right here. This is his website. I'll put this in the chat right now. You just tell them Don Kalam sent you, you can get a special deal. I promise. I wouldn't shit you if you was my favorite turd. Well, what I like is you get an affidavit, signed affidavit. You see this? They sign the affidavits for you. So you can use it right in court. There you go. You see this right here? You see the CUSIP number? That's what you need to get the securities. So look. Let's see what Google says. A unique identification number assigned to stocks and registered bonds in the United States and Canada. A CUSIP number is a series of letters and numbers used to identify certain securities, facilitate trading, and settlements. Hold on. I know y'all hear the fireworks. Boy, that means I'm lit. CUSIP numbers are used to create a concrete distinction between financial securities that are traded on public markets, including equity, debt, derivatives, and others. These numbers help facilitate trade and settlements by providing a constant identifier to help distinguish the securities within a trade. So this is how you can claim what's due to you. By getting the audits. Without this information, without proving that it's due to you, it's traced to your social security number, it's traced to your account or whatever it may be, you have no proof. So this is how I'm coming. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Because y'all acting like, what's going on, Don? I'm trying to claim securities and bonds, and I created them myself. What about this shit that's created in the public market? This is a trustee word right here. That's between public and private. Public market is an exchange where public company securities are traded. They let loose. It's not even 4th of July yet. So far, class, I'm on mute, y'all. Maurice got some fire emojis. Let me know if this is making sense, though. Let me know that's making sense.
Yeah, perfect sense.
Oh, yeah, that's making sense.
How many of y'all got your status corrected?
I do.
I'm in the process.
We'll be back after a quick break.
Peace and love. It's your boy Don Kalam, and welcome to Dream Keepers Radio, that private life podcast. You're here, tuned in with your boy, and this is brought to you by Follow the Yellow Brick Road by Don Kalam. Search the book on Amazon now. Go get the book and uncover the matrix and how the United States is operating in the financial marketplace. Much peace and love.
I got the papers notarized and everything. I'm waiting for your call. We got a lot of things to do. I'm ready.
I appreciate your patience. He's been waiting for a minute too. Hey, don't nobody else send me nothing low. He be sending me donations all the time. They be trying to get me, dog. Trying to get me. But nah, status correction is important. They find out if they did it too. Hey, don't nobody else send me nothing low. He be sending me donations all the time. They be trying. Let me mute y'all because that was an echo. But yeah, make sure y'all get y'all status together. Let me know in the chat. Put it in the chat. I'm working on it, or I got it together. Status, it's called political status. If you want to know the basics about it, I wrote a book, man. I wrote a book for everything, okay? It's called From Citizen to Sovereign. From Citizen to Sovereign. This is it right here. If you got it, go ahead and leave a review. Make sure y'all get the United States of Pimping too. He said, working on correcting my shit right now. Hey, Elijah McDowell is funny as a motherfucker. He says, working on correcting my shit right now. Well, let's not call it shit, okay? Land and soil boys representing in this motherfucker. Let's go, my boy Joe, to finish his tax corrections. Hey, he funny as a motherfucker. But this is the basics. Misters and status, Mrs. and status, doctors and status, kings and status, being black is a status. You do not want to be black without your own definition, okay? You do not, I'm going to say it again, you do not want to be black without your own definition. Look, Jenny right here. Do something like, how do I transfer my securities and see if it pops up? Look, this is contact your brokerage firm. So, by this, you don't have to contact the brokerage firm. You need to be your own brokerage firm. Okay, simple as that. And that's what I'm showing you. Let's continue through the book. Let me find it. Man, they let loose on the fireworks. So I didn't know. I felt in the festive mood. I felt like I needed to do this class. But for certain people. All right. Now, I want you to understand you need to always have your powers of attorney. This is a power of attorney. A power of attorney. Now, in the public, you're going to be under the bankrupt system. The United States is under bankruptcy. I'm just going to prove it to you. Who owns the United States national debt? Put this in the chat so y'all can see it yourselves. In case y'all want to go there. One. Who owns a U.S. national debt? The Social Security Trust Fund. Simple as that. And how it works. It's going to be through securities. Debt held by the public, $24.5 trillion. U.S. Treasury securities holder by type. So the Social Security Trust Fund holds the securities. And all it is insurance. This Social Security Trust includes the Federal Old Age and Survivors Insurance and Federal Disability Trust Funds Insurance, held $2.8 trillion in treasuries as of June 2024. You got the public debt right there. In the private, there is no debt. So I'm just throwing it out there because you have to learn how to control it. The private sector controls the public sector. The public sector is the part of the economy that the government controls: public housing, public defender. I'm going to keep reminding everybody. I know if you've been following me, you've seen this. But the public sector is the part of the economy that is controlled by the government. And the private sector is what controls the public sector. The part of the national economy that is not under direct government control. The private sector is a part of the economy run by individuals and companies for profit and is not state controlled. Therefore, it encompasses all for-profit businesses not owned or operated by the government. Government-run companies and corporations are part of what is known as the public sector, while charities and other nonprofit organizations are part of the voluntary sector. The private sector consists of all privately owned for-profit businesses and economy. The private sector, the private families, is what creates the government. Private families. Let me know that everybody's following along in the class, all right? I need some class participation. I need you to know it makes sense, Don Kalam. Private families is what creates the government. Is your family part of the public sector or the private sector? It starts with private trust. Exactly what I'm showing you guys. It's what's on the record. I got a few of y'all make sense. Okay. I'm gonna keep it coming. I need to know that it makes sense, everybody. Private families create the government. How do I know that you're a private family? I'm gonna show y'all one thing. Elijah says, we can do all this shit these rich motherfuckers been doing. You are the rich motherfucker. They're getting paid off you because there is no money. It's backed by your labor. Let me see if ChatGPT is something. Is there a private Masonic record? History records? Yes, there are private Masonic history records. Many Masonic lodges and organizations maintain their own archives, which can include record of memberships, meeting minutes, and other historical documents. Additionally, some Grand Lodges keep comprehensive historical records related to their jurisdiction. Did y'all see what I just did? That's a private family. This is why they're outside the scopes of the public sector. This is why they can access this trust, because their status is corrected. Is not the Christian Bible a history book, a family record book, a genealogy book of royalty? I'm gonna let y'all ponder on that. Hopefully they stop soon.
We'll be back after a quick break.
In a world where borders can limit opportunities, one book dares to challenge the norm and empower foreign nationals like never before. Introducing Can't Touch This: Diplomatic Immunity as a Foreign National by best-selling author Don Kalam. Did you know there is a difference being a citizen and national? This is for foreign nationals seeking to expand their horizons. Do you dream of obtaining a diplomatic passport and the freedom it brings? Don Kalam reveals the secrets to unlocking diplomatic immunity and creating your own nation. Discover why you are already a foreign national, learn the steps to obtain a diplomatic passport, and explore how you can be recognized by numerous nations on your diplomatic journey. Most never knew they could have diplomatic immunity as a foreign national. This book is a game changer for anyone seeking freedom and recognition on the international stage. Get your copy of Can't Touch This today and embark on a journey towards diplomatic immunity and creating your own nation. Order your copy now and unlock the power of diplomatic immunity as a foreign national. Can't Touch This: Diplomatic Immunity as a Foreign National by Don Kalam. Available now at leading bookstores and online. Get your copy today.
We got the bomb for you all day. Tune in, tap in with your boy. Tap in with your boy. Private life. Smoking on that Amish chronic. So I am not bankrupt and do not consent to the commandeering of my property at no time, nor the surrendering, nor the suspending of any of my rights, property or otherwise. I am not an enemy but a friend of the United States of America and rebuke any presumption to the contrary. The regulation of transactions of foreign exchange of gold and silver, property transfers, vested interests, enforcement, and penalties. 18 U.S.C. 8. Obligation or other security of the United States defined. The term obligation or other security of the United States include all bonds, certificates of indebtedness, national banks, currency, Federal Reserve notes, Federal Reserve bank notes, coupons, United States notes, Treasury notes, gold certificates, silver certificates, fractional notes, certificates of deposit, bills, checks, or drafts for money drawn by or upon authorized officer of the United States, stamps and other representative value of whatever denomination issued under any act of Congress and canceled United States stamps. Simple as that. A certificate of the birth certificate can be considered a certificate of deposit or a certificate of indebtedness. It has the stamps, it has the symbols. The pledge collateral. You are no longer the pledge collateral. It will be the birth certificate. It's no longer you. This is opting you out of that. Power of attorney. That was one already, in fact, but here's another one. Basic affidavit of copyright, copyright the name trust, the certificate of authority. All that was in the first status that I showed you. But here you go again. Make sure it's your estate. Certificate of identity. And then you're going to have another one with the Treasury right here. Everything's filled in for you within this book. U.S. bankruptcy. This is how you have to fill it out. Once you establish it, you set it up. You want to mail this in. All this gets mailed in. And when you take it to your bank to get something called a medallion stamp, I just want y'all to see. Can I get a medallion from my bank? Yes, you can typically obtain a medallion stamp from your bank, but it may depend on the specific policies and services. Sometimes it's 30 days. Sometimes it's 90 days. Talk to your bank. Schedule an appointment. Bring the documents that you need. They're not supposed to read it. They just stamp it. Simple as that. It's different than a notary. You use the medallion stamp to transfer securities. You have to have the medallion stamp. Private family uses trust, a private trust. It's that simple. Someone asked me, "There's a private family." Would you ask a private family? What makes you a private family? What makes the Amish a private family? Y'all gotta sit here and think about the shit y'all say and ask. You know what I'm saying? Sit here, fucking think about it before you ask the stupid shit. You understand? Don't ask me no stupid shit. I don't give a fuck. You pay $50 now. I'll kick you out my motherfucking class, dummy. You know what I'm saying? You can take that shit back and shove it up your ass. If I ain't got to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Because $50 to not deal with a dumbass, yes, I'll kick you out. I don't give a fuck, nigga. $50 ain't worth it. I hang around Benji's, baby. You was born private. You come public because you fucking dealing in the public, filling out every motherfucking thing, giving everybody your motherfucking information. Think about what the fuck makes you a fucking public. How do the government know who the fuck you are? Because you tell them. Because you volunteer the information to every fucking body. Hey, let's fill out this information right here. Let's use the social. That's what makes you public. And obviously none of you niggas been on a run. You been on a run, are you gonna stay private or are you gonna go public? The boys looking for you. Are you gonna go public or are you gonna go private? You gonna do
None.
everything in your motherfucking possible to not get caught up, right? That's how you
That's-
thinking. I don't have to use this. I don't have to use the government ID. I got a private ID. I got a foreign ID. Anything foreign to the system. Anything foreign to their system. You got to think about it. America was created to get away from taxes, right or wrong. Y'all agree? Ain't that the story that was given to y'all?
Nah, what was the story?
That America was created to break away from Britain, to not pay taxes.
True.
So if you're paying taxes, you're not American.
Never thought of it like that. Like,
It's that simple. You're a
like,
U.S. citizen.
you're
You're
a
not
genius.
American. There's a difference. America was created for private families. Who created the United States Constitution? Was it not families? I'm just making sure y'all with me here. All right. Stay on mute there. Families created the government. Families broke free from Britain to not pay taxes. So you have to say, what did they create? Let's just go. Let's just start. Let's just start here. Let's just start here. Because if you don't think that the fucking let's see in Chat GPT, what is the net worth of the Amish? Let's see if this will pop up. It says a normal Amish family has $250,000 to 350 bands. Let's look up the net worth of the Mormons. You can Google this shit too. I'm just seeing what they saying. So I'm gonna go to Google, all right, so y'all can see this shit. What's the net worth of the Mormon Church? Can somebody read that to me? Can y'all give me the net worth? So y'all understand? Yeah, I want to make sure we reading this correctly.
265 billion.
Thank you. 265 billion. You think they're not cashing in on securities from the church aspect? So I need y'all to understand the church is the government. So we'll just see how the Mormon church is established. How are they a private family? They have a whole president. Are y'all following me? Does this make sense?
It makes sense.
What makes you a government? Because you got a president? That makes you a business. Everything is running as a holding company, so to speak, as a private trust, public and private. So in order to become a member, they definitely went through a form of status correction and became a member of this church or however they do it. Just like the government. And they're not the only one. What we got? We got the Mormons do this, the Jehovah's Witnesses. Look, right there, 52 billion. 50, damn near. It says estimated between 50 billion and 265 billion. Regardless, its assets are right here. 1.5 billion. 1.45 billion in assets. We're gonna see Jehovah's Witness board members. You see, governing body. It's a government. So, how are you identifying? And I can show everybody how to do the church, opt out from doing it, even having being attached to the social. Shit's easy. That's done through the Social Security office. If you're going to do it from a church aspect, you want to have that done with your status correction. All it is I can show y'all really quick. I can show y'all. Y'all have y'all ordained minister. Y'all become an ordained minister. You can do it online for free. Universal Life Church. Become an ordained minister. Get ordained today. They don't pay me, but they probably should. All right. Universal Life Church. ULC.org. And you want to use this form right here. Form 4361. Application for exemption from self-employment tax were used by ministers, members of religious orders, and Christian Science practitioners. And then $14.58. You fill this out right here. SSA $14.58. All that goes together. And they really want you to have be part of a group that's established before 1950. So quick little rundown. I got it already filled out. Holla at your boy. It should be in the school. Get your EINs or your holding company. That's the holding company I was telling you about. Irrevocable trust EIN. So get a holding company, irrevocable trust. That's your spiritual name. Breaks it all down. Y'all got the book. The estate EIN. You want all these different companies. Individual banker EIN, which can be your holding company as well. Form 56F for fiduciary relationship over financial institution. You're going to appoint it to your state, and then your individual banker EIN. It says becoming a private banker is a privilege in America. There's a medallion signature guarantee stamp. You're going to have all this established before you can start moving securities from the private into the public. These are the forms though. OMB number 1505-0170, release of block funds. The Office of Foreign Asset Control, where you send these forms when you're a foreigner. When you do bring securities into the public, you do have to notify these people as well that you're bringing them into the public. Just thought I'd throw that out there. But this, so when you, these are the forms right here. I want to throw this out here real quick so y'all can see it. When you understand which securities you're going after, you get it right in here, get the CUSIP numbers, and you get the amounts. Y'all see what it's saying. Book me for a consultation. But they're attached. They're attached. Like, if you did the W-4 sandwich, that like Beverly or whatever, you'll learn that these are all attached. I'm always doing it from the trust aspect, operating as a sole proprietorship. I've seen people close this down. I've seen people close down their the trust accounts with the Treasury, with a sole proprietorship attached to a living trust, and shut it down that way. All this stuff should be self-explanatory, but I'm using EINs from here on out when you have the account number. When you set up your Treasury account number, your Fidelity account, I'm telling you, all this shit is easy. Open an account. You can do a brokerage account to move the securities, or you can do a trust account. All right? And it's simple. I don't care if you've been denied at banks or whatever. They don't check stuff like that. All right? So you got to have these type of accounts in order to move securities. Does that make sense, everybody? Because everybody be trying to go to Commerce Bank, motherfucking U.S. Bank. Let me find Investopedia. So a brokerage account is an investment account held at a licensed brokerage firm. An investor deposits funds into a brokerage account, and the broker executes orders for investments such as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and exchange-traded funds, EFTs, on the behalf of the investor. So when you set this shit up, you're going to get you found the CUSIP numbers, you found where the securities are, you're going to send it to this account right here that you create. Make sure it's a brokerage account. Okay? Does everybody follow along with that? You cannot transfer your securities to the credit side for payout to a public account. So that's probably a lot of people's problem right there. Always the authorized representative and grantor of the trust in the state. Everything is that self-explanatory. I don't even want to go through this. It's all filled in for you. Like, just never say it's you. This is not your account. You're the trustee. You're the authorized rep. You get the CUSIP numbers. You see it. It'll have an amount attached to it. You'll know what to put in when you get the securitization on it. Boom. That's the importance of this. That's the importance of these right here. If you got a mortgage, especially, that's what they specialize in. And it's going to have an amount. It's going to have you're going to get the CUSIP number, and then you're going to have an amount attached to it. Like, boom, you see the losses right here, but it's going to have an amount. These are all in trust as well. You want to move just like them. Everything's in trust. And you're really the holder and due curse of this. When it comes to this, you're the private investor, and you don't even know it because you don't know how to claim it. You gave up all your rights when you fill out the promissory note security agreements. When you run the audit, let's put you back in control, and you can prove everything that you need to with the securitization. Hope that makes sense for everybody. But as you can see, CUSIPs, amounts, And yes, everything is going to a legacy account. It's considered a legacy account. Treasury, when you set it up, they're going to give you account number, account name, legacy account. Switch everything over. You can transfer. When you get the securities in this account, you can just transfer it and you liquidate it when you send it to this Fidelity account. And then you'll give it a cash value. Then you can send it to like a Wells Fargo or a Chase. You know, you got there's steps and levels to the shit. Treasury to the brokerage to make it liquid. Simple as that. And you can sell it when you get it to the Fidelity. Oh, it's that simple, man. I'm about to open up for questions. I want y'all to go through. I'm still going through. I'm gonna go through the forms so y'all can see the forms. Y'all can see it. For everybody that's lazy, don't want to go through it. But there's your own power of attorney for securities and savings bonds transactions. You don't have to fill all this shit out again. It's already filled out for you. This is the application for the release of blocked funds. The Office of Foreign Asset Control. This is what's going to release the bond securities. Up to $25 million. This would be a court case. Mortgages. It's just the application to release the blocked funds. It's already filled out for you. Then boom. Disposition of Treasury securities, second round. Agreement, request for disposition, Treasury Direct Redemption, bank change. If you need to change the bank account, durable power of attorney for security and saving bonds. All over again. Fill this shit out. See, it might change your life. After you run the securitization audit, that's the main thing. Just run the securitization audit through my boy Sean. I gave you all the website. You want to make sure you have a trust account. When establishing this, you can set up a trust account through Fidelity as well. That shit works too. You don't get to pick the trust though. That's the one thing I don't like. This is a redemption program through the Treasury Direct bank change request if you want to change the bank account. And you can use your brokerage account right here. You can open up crypto accounts. You can open up everything through Fidelity. Sometimes they just need a verified address. That's it. You can't use a private mailing address. It has to be a real authentic address with Fidelity. Everybody has access to this book. If you're in the school, you got access to this class, you got access to the book. It's all filled out for you. You don't have to be scared no more. Once you got the CUSIP numbers on everything that you need, request to reissue United States saving bonds to a personal trust. So if you got bonds, send it to the trust. Direct deposit sign-up forms for everything that you need as far as the securities go. These are forms just for your TDA account securities. Just showing you a description of some securities that you could utilize when filling this out. There's your redemption payments. Any redemptions that you get, there's your direct deposit sign form. Fill it out. Once you got your TDA account, send all this shit in. Paper form. Get the medallion stamps from your bank. You see this right here? Medallion stamps. Official stamp or seal. Acceptable certification. Financial institution official seal stamps such as corporate seal, signature guarantee stamp, or medallion stamp. Any securities, when you have all your securities, these are the forms that you utilize to transfer them over for everything. The transactions involving Treasury securities, legacy Treasury Direct security transfer request, anything dealing with your account. You can, once you have it established, they'll tell you you can get a printout of everything that's been done to your legacy account. And pretty much that's it. There's the law. I hope this should make sense to everybody, but I'm open for questions now. He said, yeah, that was easy. Keith says, Sean, is the truth. Dealing with the TD, I was told you can pay discharge bills as well. How true is that? You claim the security. He says, when, when everything you shared tonight cause a problem for someone who works at the federal government, no, it shouldn't cause a problem. There's a difference between the public and the private. I want y'all to know, y'all got to quit trying to offset bills and discharge bills. It pays to pay your bills. You get it back. It's called a deductible. When you're operating from the family business, we don't run away from those things. She says, Truist wouldn't stamp my fidelity form, said it's the wrong form, but in reality, they're not supposed to read it. And they're not supposed to read it. Go to Chase, go to Bank of America. I would go to a different Truist. I would talk to the bank manager. Yes, when you make your name a business, everything that you file, you get back. That's what I'm showing everybody in the school, that everybody that's dealing with me. I'm literally showing them how to get tax credits back. And since y'all paid for this, look, how much so how much can we get back in the last 5 years? Well, it ain't gonna tell me. So look, we're gonna Google it. So look, this is 5 years. You can go up to 500,000 per year for the last 5 years. So that's add that shit up. That's 2.5 million. You can get to 2.5 million back. That's what I'm helping people get to offset payroll costs. You get it as a tax credit, which when you get a tax credit, they give you a treasury check. That's all the tax credit is. So well, I'm letting y'all understand. I'm just trying to make it. Y'all sitting here, y'all trying to get out of fucking bills. Y'all trying to fucking, I don't want to pay this. The fuck not. I want to pay. I don't want to be in debt with my business every time. Because not on top of that, how much can I get back per year? Net operating loss. Oh, if there's 2 people on the business, I can get $500,000 per year. One person, I can get 250,000 per year back. And y'all sitting here trying to get out of what? What bill you trying to get out? What's your mortgage? How much you paying? I guarantee it's not 250,000 a year you're paying on your mortgage, because I can get that back every year. I can get money back on my car every year. I can get back. Listen, and when you're seeing this, what is this? I'm gonna let you see what that is. So, because this is what everybody is doing. We're already doing that, but you didn't know it was a business. This is what Don Kalam does. Because Don Kalam understands that it's a business. Don Kalam understands that reading books and education, research, all of this is a business. And I can get up to $500,000 per year just off that being my business. Because you're doing that already. On top of my education tax credits. The education tax credit is a tax benefit that reduces the amount of income tax owed by individuals who are incurred. If you don't owe nothing, it comes back as a credit. Do it for LLCs. You can do this for cars. I already did a class on tax credits, but I want y'all to see these are all tax credits. And there's much, much more. If you're living your life as a business, like I'm telling everybody, make their name a business. Not only can you claim the securities at the Treasury, I'm showing you how to get your bag from the IRS. This is what I'm helping people with right now. When I'm doing the straw man credits, this is what I'm helping people get back right now. Millions of dollars. It goes back up to 5 years, millions of dollars. $500 per year for the last 5 years. So I'm telling y'all, you're using your name. Yes, I'm still taking clients. It's 3,500. 3,500. We get you trademarked, all of that. We're doing the tax credits. I'm actually doing them this week and next week. And I'm doing my trust for everybody as well, the Spendthrift Trust, which are both. If you're a board member or trustee, you can do the Spendthrift Trust. Board members 5 bands, or board members 10 bands. Trustees 5,000, but I get you the PDF trust for 2,500. Tax credits 3,500. But I'm just showing y'all what we're doing, what we're getting back. All right. And I'm saying I'm charging 10% on the back end too, and everybody is giving me the cuts. And I appreciate that. Somebody just sent me 17,000 just today. So that means I got $170,000 back. But I'm telling you, it goes up into the millions. As long as you can prove what we're putting down, we're gonna put it down for you. All right, but you gotta be able to prove what we're putting down. We're not just filling in blanks, all right? I hope that makes sense. And I can show y'all my bank statements like 96 bands on one account, 96,000. We went through. So that's all from tax credits. So and I'm telling you, your whole life is a write-off. Whether it's food, friends benefits, I don't want to take away from the tax credits. I mean, from the Treasury account, because everything ties in together. When you're thinking about the Treasury account, this is what I want y'all to study. Because everybody that's trying to access the Treasury is they're trying to access bonds and securities. And they're going to have to get the CUSIP numbers before they can do that. It's just that simple. But study asset-backed securities. And securitization is illegal. But everything that's getting securitized based on your Social Security number, okay, it's going to be mortgages, auto loans, credit cards. So all these have accounts as well. And you can access the account information through a GAAP audit, but they're not going to necessarily give you the CUSIP numbers. But you may be able to do it because it is your rights, because your social is attached to it. You're the private investor. These are accounts. Everybody has an account, GAAP, all right? And then asset-backed securities. So credit cards, student loans, anything that's on your credit report, you created money, it was securitized, and you're the private investor and don't even know it. And when you get the audits, when you're setting up as a secure party creditor, you're getting your status corrected, you get the audits, you're saying, hey, these are mine. This is my shit. I can claim this shit now. I'm the agent majority, sui juris, run me my shit, and boom, throw that shit in your brokerage account. Throw it in the Treasury account. You have to claim it first though with the CUSIPs. It's that simple. So I throw that out there. I don't want to get away from that. All right. And then whatever it's worth, it's going to be a percentage. It's not going to be worth the full amount of the full, because they're bundled together. Securities and the bonds are bundled together. Now, this is totally different. I ain't mean to get y'all sidetracked, but when you run your name as a business, we run taxes and we get the tax credits off the name being a business. So if you pay bills all year, you're getting that back. It's called a deductible. Family has to take care of you. And if the family went in debt, we get that shit back as a net operating loss. Now look, we write these off as well. These are tax credits as well. Fringe benefits, stipends. We get meal plans, we get life insurance, we get clothes, we get it pays for our education. It pays for our meals, it pays for our lodging, it pays for our wardrobe. So that is fringe benefits. That the next thing that we write off is called stipends. These come back to us as tax credits because the family business took care of the family. We create a welfare program for our private members, not the public. It's still private charity. Now, a stipend is a form of compensation that's paid to certain individuals for services rendered. How stipends work? Interns, apprentices, fellows, clergy, and common recipients of stipends, rather than being paid for their services, they are given stipends as financial support. Room and board, that's a stipend. Here's the company car, fringe benefit and a stipend. Much like grants, these stipends may be furnished by third parties who wish to see a particular study or form of research advance further without physical distractions that may otherwise hamper the researcher. Now we can get this paid. We can get this back as a tax credit. Y'all see how this works? Just let me know I did my job, everybody.
You did an awesome job.
I appreciate that. But look, update your status first. You can go open it up first, however you want to do it. But as soon as you open it up, make sure you get the paperwork sent in. Simple as that. Update your status. Make sure you're on the land jurisdiction. Make sure you have you're the holder in due course of your securities. All right, Keith. He said he just did a mortgage audit. But you see who is trading hands. So with the mortgage audits, I just want y'all to understand when y'all need to get one first before y'all start talking about it though. But you'll see that it traded hands through everybody. And they never registered anything. Like they hey, they're like, here, you own it now. And I was told the paperwork and everything, the title, never leaves the title company. It never leaves escrow. Everything else is digital and illegal. But it's always trust companies, though, or LLCs. It's never a person. I'm going to put it like that. But somebody had to input the information in the computer. So that's how you get people liable, but nobody's ever going to come forward. And that's how you win every time. But sue. I want you to get the audits, go ahead and sue them. Sue the companies that are involved and the chief financial officers and everybody that's dealing with it. That's how you get your money back. Dealing with Sean's information, he has got people over $500,000 back. He had 2 big wins with his information. I'm talking about one was almost $1 million, I believe, like 700,000. And I'm utilizing it for court cases right now as we speak. I've utilized him for over 7 court cases. His information, his audits. He does do court cases, and you can get that back. You file the GSA bonds. I'm gonna do a class on that soon. But let me know if y'all have any questions. I ain't gonna make y'all feel crazy or nothing. I just be talking shit, all right?
Yo, that second I talk, I'm gonna be bugging out right now. Yo, Don, I'm trying to do the status correction, right? But it says that I'm your brother.
What's up?
How I put the CUSIP number in there?
Oh, you're gonna have to get that from Sean if you don't know how to get it yourself. But you don't need no CUSIP for status correction. You just need
No, no, no.
CUSIP when you're moving securities.
No, I was playing about that. I got my holding company already.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
So
waiting for
yeah,
you,
I do want to
Don.
throw that out there. When I am moving securities, I like to do that with the holding company. Holding company will always be the beneficial interest owner. That's who owns the beneficial interest, either the trust or a holding company. A
Yeah, I
trust,
got.
and so as I showed y'all, the mortgage companies always use a L. If you can ask Keith, if he got his audit, I'm pretty sure every company was either LLC or a trust company.
Yeah, all of them were trust.
Yes, there you go. I'm not talking about discharging because we're not discharging shit. File the taxes on that motherfucker. It's the fuck I'm telling y'all. Y'all keep trying to discharge, you're gonna get your life fucked up. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna fuck your life up and you're never gonna get a mortgage again. They're gonna come foreclose your shit. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna talk to you. So, not once did I tell y'all to fucking discharge anything. I said pay your motherfucking bill. Her name Kelsey. I want to call her the B word, to be honest with you, but she paid $50, so Lord help her. You know what I'm saying? But on my mama, which is dead, she's dead and gone. I've been studying helping you motherfuckers. I never told you to discharge shit. Holler at your boy, book a consultation. It pays to fucking pay your bills. You get that, then some. I know damn well ain't nobody paying $250,000 a year on a mortgage. Your rent might be $1,000, $2,000 a month. We times that by 10, what's that? 20,000, 24,000 a year. If your name's a business and you write this off as a loss, I'm gonna say it again, because Kelsey didn't fucking hear me. You can get 250,000 back a year. Pay the shit, slow one, so you can get this bag. Are you slow? I just want to make sure you're not slow. Because don't fucking come to me talking about discharging shit. When I'm showing you pay your bills, you get the fucking money back. Not only do you get what the fuck you pay back, you getting everything off as a loss. Y'all follow me? Did that make sense for everybody else?
100%.
You can write a depreciation value off. That's a whole different lecture. Anytime you're doing business, if you're trying to get out of bills, you need to just make your name a business, make a holding company a business, make fucking businesses, and write off losses. Then I'm gonna have to show y'all again. Make sure y'all seen this. I already stipends and fringe benefits. I already show y'all how y'all can get these back as tax credits, correct? These are all, you write these off as a business. You say the business can't even afford them. Say the business still owes you. Shit. These are losses. First of all, we're gonna go here. We'll go right here. Roderick, can you tell me how much that says you can get back a year?
$500,000.
And you can get this for 5 years. You can, long as you got the written up agreements. Hey, you every time you're researching something, you need to be writing it down and logging this shit. I charge $2,000 to $5,000 an hour to the church and the holding companies. If y'all know who Dick Gregory is, this is how he got paid. You make the business go into the red. I can't even afford to pay my government name LLC. So now I owe this motherfucker because this is used for payroll. So as soon as you get this tax credit back, you pay it to your name. Hey, that's what I owe you, bro. Make sense?
Makes sense.
All right, next.
Man.
I'm gonna go here again. Just type in NOL, $250,000. You can write off to $250,000. Business expenses, all of that. You can get this shit. It comes back as a tax credit. You gotta learn how to deduct things. Same way with business losses. You can write off. Well, that's not how I do it, but I'm just showing y'all this is what it is. Make your name a business. It pays to make your name a business. When you make your name a business, let me keep going, because everybody wants to talk about mortgages. When you start learning the tax credits, you'll learn this, because I teach everybody how to do this. This is the basic shit. When you start learning the mortgage-backed securities, because if you're paying a mortgage, you're the private investor of that security. Only you and you only, because you're the only one paying. So you get to claim that interest. You get to claim that security and the interest that comes back. There's one form right there, Form 1066. I'm not trying to make this about mortgages and discharging, but God damn, y'all are crazy. Y'all need to learn how to correct your status first and start learning how to get on the private side. Because we don't have to discharge nothing in the fucking private. There's no debt in the private. Debt is a public motherfucking thing. It's made up. Shit, you need to file the correct forms. Let me show y'all this. Because if it's a debt you're trying to get out of, if you're that simple. If your status is correctly, if you're operating correctly in the private as an organization, well, I hope that makes sense. I didn't mean to get hype on y'all.
It make a lot of sense.
Joe said, I just got my audit back from Sean. Status correction done, name of business and holding in trust, trademarks done, filling out these forms in a book. I wanted to get that done before our next consult. I appreciate you. This class was fire. Thank you, Don. I'm glad it's making sense for everybody, man. For those who are not trying to just get out of debt. The fuck? Nigga, you in. As soon as you get money, that's debt. You in debt now. Because you just hit a debit at your bank account. Credits and debits. The more money you got, the more debt you got. I keep debt notes too. These people still believe in it. Let me know if y'all got any more questions though. I hope this makes sense, man. Quit trying to discharge shit though. I don't teach that shit no more. I haven't taught that for years. It should feel good to pay shit because you're gonna get it right back. Especially if you're operating from a 508c1a, which is a ministry trust, or the nonprofit aspect, or a charity trust, charitable trust, a trust. Period. The family trust is gonna take care of the family. You work for the family. You work for the family businesses. All the business is family business. All the money gets recycled. All the securities get recycled through each other. Everybody's investing in each other when it comes to the family. You work for the family, the grantor is the family, the trustee is the family, the beneficiary is the family. And if the family is not taking care of its obligations, because of discharging something is getting out of the obligation, then the trust is not operating in full faith and credit. You're not acting honorably as a trustee when you're trying to get out of obligations. You're here to settle obligations. You're here to balance debts and act honorably. It's that simple. And this is the mindset you have to have. I feel like I gave a great explanation of how everything is supposed to be broken down. But the simplest way is go on TDA, open you up an account. But you want to, like I said, you want to do a trust account, a brokerage account. You can do a trust account. It can be a regular trust account, Wells Fargo, Truist, Chase, wherever it may be. You can do a holding company account. It ain't got to be a trust account. It could be a holding company. And then open up the account at Fidelity. Open up a brokerage account. Open up a trust account. Open up some crypto accounts. Because once you're able to liquidate these things, you can send it to crypto. You can send it to the trust. Then you can send it to your holding company. However you want to maneuver. Make sure you don't put cash in any of these accounts to keep it a legal account. Keep it a lawful account. Anytime you put a Federal Reserve note in these accounts, it's no longer a lawful account. I just want to throw that out there as well. But I make sure to put this in the school. Reach out to me directly. If y'all got y'all want to have a consult over this, I do a consult for the TDA account for $500 for a half hour for anybody that's in this class. All right, anybody that took this class, I see y'all's names. I'll have this class available as soon as it's ready. All right. Much peace and love. Hope everybody gets this information. Y'all got the book. It's it's already filled out for you. Make sure you get the CUSIP numbers. That's the main thing. CUSIP numbers and brokerage accounts. That's the main thing I see people not doing, having trust accounts and brokerage accounts. Trust can hold securities as well under Schedule A. If you have a holding company, when you get the CUSIPs in the Schedule A, or when you get the CUSIPs, you can also create something called a Schedule A for the holding companies. You can create an asset ledger or call it an asset ledger. It's going to be part of your assets. It's going to be part of an asset ledger when you're doing these things. And it's that simple. Simple as that. Learn some more if you don't understand. Let me show y'all. Look up Series 6 on YouTube. Series 6 and Series 7. To learn more about So this is how you learn about moving the securities and the bonds and securities. So it's qualified for solicitation, purchase, or sale of all security products. Series 7 and Series 6 is a securities license and time the holder to register as a company's representative. So you can represent a security company at Series 6, Series 7, you can hold the securities and solicit to sell public securities. But peace and love, everybody. I appreciate everybody that hopped on the call. I wasn't trying to be no asshole. That's just who I am, y'all. But listen, look, quit trying to get out of debt. They're going to put you on a list. You don't want to be on that list no more. Learn how to increase your cash flow and learn how to write these net operating losses off and learn how to get these tax credits. That's what I'm teaching my students right now. And I'm telling you, I've gotten just this year millions and millions of dollars back in tax credits because my people have chosen to make their name a business. Make their name a business. Make your name a business. Make your name a business. Then your whole life is a deductible. It's no longer a vacation. It's a business trip. It's no longer a meal. The business is paying for your meals. The business is paying for your wardrobe. The business is paying for your jewelry. The business is paying for your whole life. Everything I do is deductible or a write-off, and then I get tax credits. Everything is education. Your phone is an education. You get programming on it. You learn from it. You need it for the business. The stipends, fringe benefits, they cover your lodging, your housing, everything. If you're the president of a company, that's what happens. It's own nothing, control everything. Does Donald Trump pay for his jets? Does the president pay for the Air Force One? Do they pay for their food? No. So when you're the president of your own company, your own government, you can do this too. And that's what it's about. Much peace and love.
All of Don Kalam's books are indeed truthful books. for we, the people of the Republic.
It's time to unlock the secrets of the Matrix and become a power piece in commerce with Don Kalam. He teaches you the truth about the tricks and traps of society, starting with the lies of separate races. As there is only one race, the human race. When you say you are black or white, this gives up rights dealing with your nationality, giving up your constitutional and state rights. Every state is a country, therefore your nationality. Example, if you live in Texas, you are a Texan. The same goes with Alaskans. They live in Alaska, and Hawaiians live in Hawaii. New Yorkers are from New York. Hope it makes sense. Learn how to get your rights back and how to declare a nationality, and always remember that prosperity is your true birthright. Click the link in our bio and join our private school with Don Kalam today.